All right, guys, so today's video is going to be about repairing the transaxle on my new to me Arian's Edge zero-turn mower. So I picked this up a week or so ago. The unit only has like 33 hours on it when I got it. Very low hours. It's very clean overall. It's my first zero-turn mower. Haven't really been on one prior to this. And so the first time I mowed, it was kind of a learning how to drive it, learning characteristics, whatnot. But I noticed, some weirdness. I figured out that when I was just parked, engine off, if I pulled the left control lever to the reverse position and let go of it, it would not return to neutral. It would stay where it was. Doing the same thing with the right lever, it worked fine. Let go of it from the reverse position, it would return to neutral. Push it all the way forward, let go of it, it would return to neutral. Just wasn't happening on the left side. The left side, if you pushed it forward and let go of it, it would return to neutral. But if you pulled it back to reverse and let go of it, it would stay back. And so everywhere I looked online, it was, there's a return to neutral setting. Followed the service manual. In the service manual, you jack it up, pull the tires off, remove the linkage between this lever and the transaxle, start the engine, run it at full throttle, and if the axle rotates forward or backward, you loosen the return to neutral screw, adjust it to get it so neutral is actually neutral. So I did that, and my wheels didn't rotate at all with everything unhooked following those directions. The left side didn't do anything. It stayed still, and so I thought all was good. But it still bugged me. I was trying to figure out what the issue was, so I decided to tear it down more. So I pulled the wheel back off, and I pulled the little parking brake thing off. This goes up behind here for the parking brake. So I pulled that off and pulled all the linkage out. And let me show you what I found. So on the transaxle, there's this little thing. It's got this little spring in between these two levers, and it fits over this like so. And then this plate goes on here like that. And there's a bolt that goes through here into the housing. And this is setting your neutral position. So wherever you position this little arm down here goes between these two little fingers, and that sets your neutral position. Well, mine has this little mounting ear that sheared off. So I don't know if it was a weak casting or what caused it to shear off. But I do know that this bolt was very tight in there. Like, it was very difficult to remove that bolt. Once I got it out, I ran this bolt through a thread die. And so I don't know if there was some junk on the threads when they first put it in there from the factory, or if previous owner had done something with this. But for whatever reason, this has broken off. And so this whole transaxle is $895 or something to buy new. And it works fine. Other than this part here. And so I pulled this out today and took it to a machine shop just to see if they would weld this back on. And they were not willing to do it because they were worried that they would melt this seal in here. And understandable, they don't want it coming back to them for it leaking and, whatever. I get it. But it is prime spring grass growing season. And so I already sold my other riding mower, so I need to get this thing up and going. So I am going to attempt to repair this. Okay, so I just used a little carbide burr and notched where the crack goes. And I did that on both sides. And then here's the stuff I'm going to use. These are the brazing rods. This is where they came from. And you can use just a propane torch. I've got a TS 8000 torch head on this propane. And basically all you do is you heat up the aluminum. Once the aluminum gets to, I think, 735 degrees or something, you'll just start scratching one of these rods and let it melt into the aluminum. Fill this entire seal cavity with water. Instead of having the little towel on there, I'm going to do the towel down around this just to hopefully protect that seal a little bit. Try again. All right, guys, so my brazing rods did not work just because I couldn't get this hot enough. So I came up with a solution that I think is going to get me by. So this fits together pretty good as it is. If I run a longer bolt, a bolt that will go all the way through and catch the threads on this and on this side, and be thick enough to go through all of this mess, that provides a little bit of mechanical hold. But then I also took some 16 gauge sheet metal and bent it over to that shape, welded a plate on the front, and then just drilled a hole for the bolt. And so that'll fit on just like so. The bolt will go through. The only thing, instead of this thick spacer, I am just going to use a washer, just because the 16 gauge steel and a single washer is the same thickness as this spacer. And also got a longer bolt. So this is the stock bolt that was in it. It's about 3/4 of an inch. I got an 1 1/4 inch bolt. That way it will go all the way through, lock into the threads that are still attached to the housing, give it a little bit more mechanical bond. And I think it's going to be good. So let me slide these together. And so, once I get it back on the mower and get the engine running and stuff, I can adjust the position of this. But now you can see, if I push this way, it's locked in. If I push the other way, it's locked in. So this little sleeve is covering both sides. It's providing support. It's not allowing this bolt to move any longer. So I'm going to take this back apart, give it a coat of paint, reassemble it, get it back in the mower. Okay, here it is, all reassembled. Got the nice shiny black painted sleeve in there. And so now I'm just going to use a little hook tool. And so that spring is very stout. I can go that way, it's fine. Doing this one-handed is interesting. Okay, well, can't do it one-handed, but I've tested it both ways. There's no flex in this. If I needed to, I could probably weld another plate on the back just to give it a little more side-to-side strength. But I think that's going to do. I don't know, I'm pretty happy with that solution. So that's going to be it for this one. I'm really happy with this repair. I think it's going to hold up just fine. I do have one of the local lawn equipment repair places keeping an eye out for a junk transmission that I could maybe buy for scrap prices and just to use the housing for in case this fails. This housing from Hydro-Gear is either discontinued or just not available for purchase separately. they've probably made minor changes since this one was made, and that original part number just isn't available any longer. This was a pretty unique situation. I know I posted about this issue on Reddit and just like a lawnmower subreddit, and just to see what responses there were. You know, everybody was like, you've got to be missing a return spring or something, but I don't think anybody would have suspected a broken ear off the housing. So pretty unique situation, unique solution, and I was able to get it knocked out within a day, and I'm ready to mow tomorrow. So if you like what I do, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and until next time, we'll see you later.